Good evening and salutations, my YNL fans. I feel like every time I watch a scene with Mariah and Tess, it's so painful and it's so much work to sit there and get through their scenes. Sometimes I feel like they might as well just have a different show altogether because they're barely in these episodes, and whenever they are, they're just things that I just do not like about these characters. Besides the fact that it's like almost every line and every joke that they sit there and tell, it's just so cringy. But all right, so they got this whole thing going on with Arya and her hearing and everything, and the reason why I started to get it was starting to annoy me and had to sit there and fast forward through most of their scenes is because we're not living in the 1950s, okay? We are living in an age where there's so many different options. There is cochlear implants, there is sign language. Like, they have the information, the knowledge, and the technology to sit there and give Ari the best life that they possibly can, on top of all the amount of money that they probably, that they have. Now, I know that Mariah was like, we live from paycheck to paycheck, but I'm like, come on, your mom's last name is Newman. Okay, let's not sit there and try to think for 1 minute that they're going to be sitting there ever really have to sit there and struggle with money. So, the tearing up scenes, the crying scenes, the song scenes, it was just like it was so over the top, and it's like I get it. It's kind of a sad thing to sit there and have your daughter, deal with the possibility of her losing her hearing and stuff, but this is literally not the end of the world, and they are sitting there acting like that's what it is, and it's so painful to sit there and try to sit through their scenes. And it was like, I mean, granted, yes, I'm happy that they're actually giving them a storyline, but it's like those two make it so difficult to sit there and actually watch any scenes with them. Oof. Sharon was being kind of annoying today with Adam because here's the thing. I get that Adam is doing things that she doesn't like, right? I still do call Boo Boo the fool on her because she's the one that wants to work with him. This is the reason why she's getting me so angry. And instead of just sitting there saying what she wants to do or anything like that, she's just gonna keep him guessing throughout this entire time until towards the end. She does talk to Nick and she's like, oh, she practically wanted to take her toys and go home. That's what she wants. She wants to take her toys and go home. And I'm like, Boo, you're the one that wanted to work with him in the first place, right? And then y'all decide to work together, and then you want to sit there and work with, at some point you're working with Victor. It's like that's how business is. That's how business is. And to be honest, this whole thing wouldn't went so out of control and off the rails that she's sitting there complaining about if she just would have took Adam's advice. When Adam said you don't want to work with me, you should have just took him for it and decided not to do it. So everything else that she's sitting there doing, whining, complaining, I don't care. Really don't care. Um, Now Nick is with Nikki, and just sitting there talking about Adam and all the stuff that he's doing that's bothering him, and he just, it's the reason why he left the company and the family years ago because he didn't feel like dealing with that drama and stuff. And Nikki's like, well, don't leave the company. This is all Adam, you know. Um, and Nick says something to Nikki that he's, when Victor came in, and we're just like, I'm tired of you giving him allowances. I'm tired of you giving him allowances. He messes up, and you decide, you know what? I'm just gonna sit there and just give him another chance after chance after chance after chance. Now I haven't watched the show as long as other people have, so I have no idea how many chances he's given him, or if he's giving him too much chances, not giving him no chances. I don't know. So I'm not the person to sit there and I've only been watching the show for about like a year and a half. But he's pissed off, so he decides to leave. And Victor's pretty much like, I'm gonna sit there and sell this. People aren't gonna be happy, but I'm sick and tired of those two fighting. Victor did pay a visit to Audra, which I'm gonna be honest, you could just discuss that over the phone with her. All he did was come over there and say, "All right, you still got a place at Newman Media." And I was just like, all right, that's cool, but like, what? I mean, am I gonna keep the position I have? Am I gonna be the janitor? If my office gonna be in the basement? What do you got going on for me? But he doesn't say what it is, and he just walks out. And I'm just like, okay, that was kind of a waste of everyone's time. You could have just called her on the phone for that. He said he wanted to reassure her, said she's doing a good job. Just keep doing what you're doing, and things are gonna work out. Yeah, kind of seemed like I really don't get that. So he leaves, and Audra calls Nate to sit there and vent, and he makes her feel better. Of course, Nate is not trying to text Victoria, and she's not answering his texts. So now my dude is, one second, isn't there, sweating bullets and stuff like that. I mean, you sit there and text your girl, she doesn't text you back, and you're like, he's kind of worried and stuff, and because he felt like he already screwed up and he's trying to make things right, but he winds up talking to Audra and practically taking her off the ledge or whatever. So they're gonna sit there and meet up for dinner, and that was just weird, awkward talk, right? This weird, awkward text where Kyle is like, "Hey, you want to sit there and meet up?" And she's like, "No, I gotta go. Going out for drinks or whatever, or I'm going out to dinner. Maybe we can meet up for drinks afterwards." And he's all like, "Well, I guess I'll just have to do." I'm like, "I guess I'll just have to do." Bro, you do realize that she does actually have a life. Um, and if she has some extra time, she wants to hang out with you, then she can choose to hang out with you. Like, come on, bro. Honestly, tell you the truth, what you need to be doing is worrying about your divorce. That's what you need to be doing. Instead of you're trying to call her off another booty call. Now there's this conversation with Nate, Adam, and Nick that just really goes nowhere. And Nate is just pretty much trying to, get under Adam's skin, and probably Nick as well. And at some point he leaves. And Sharon comes in, I think. Or no, is it the scene where you got Sharon, you got Nick, and Sharon's like, "Oh, I gotta sit there and talk to him in private." And Adam's like, "All right, well, could you at least sit there and tell me something? Tell me what's going on, instead of acting like a bunch of 12-year-olds sitting there, saying, whispering secrets in each other's ears." But that's what they want to talking about. Sharon wants to sit there and pull out the company, take her toys, and go home. And Nick is supportive of it. He wants to, he's just done with all of it at this point. Which again, they both look like Boo Boo the Fools because they both decide to partner up with him. Oh, his company was sitting there running. Well, he was trying to run his company he was trying to get his company from running off the ground, but he was fine by himself. He didn't need Nick. Nick said he did it for a favor of Victor, but it's not like you haven't been used to Nick to turning down Victor or telling Victor no. So what's so damn different about now? Now you're just like, oh, I'm only doing this sit there because Dad asked me to. Okay, well then, like, blame yourself for being so damn weak. I don't know what the hell to tell you. What else happened in this episode? I feel like that's about it for the most part. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that wound up happening. But if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, I feel like this. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, Y&R, Days, B&B, and of course GH. With that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe. Also, if you could share this video, that really would help. I feel sharing these videos really does help, really does get more people into watching these videos and coming in the live streams and stuff like that. And I love actually doing videos on Y&R. And obviously, the more people that watch, the more it motivates me to sit there and do these videos because I like talking about this stuff. I talk about it, and even if I don't sit there and do a review on Y&R, I'm talking about it during the live stream. So you can always sit there and come through as well. If you want to sit there and talk about it there. Everyone's being summoned to the ranch because that's just how Victor rolls. So things are gonna go down tomorrow. If you're watching it today, it's gonna go down. It's gonna be interesting. So, but with that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.